Howdy y'all! Thank you for joining us today for this unboxing of City of the Great Machine. This is a Kickstarter I just got in. This is the all-in. This is a 1v-all or co-op. As you can see here, it is for 1 to 4 players, ages 14 plus, takes about 45 minutes to 90 minutes to play. So, as you can see here, it's basically going to be a game where I believe if it's 1v-all, like I said, it's 1v-all, you can have the one be automated, where they are trying to pull off some big scheme in the landscape. The Great Machine is trying to pull stuff off, or the one can be the Great Machine. And then you're going to be basically trying to stop them from pulling off their scheme. Like I said, this is the all-in, so I did get the expansion already, along with some stand-in heroes. And then we have the Kickstarter exclusives, which we'll also look at. Well, let's get right into it. Check out what this is all about, or how it looks. Looked very steampunky, so I'm usually not a fan of the 1v-all. So I guess I'm looking at this more as the co-op, but we will see. All right, right off the bat here, we got the rule book. Give you a look about how the words are laid out in here. We got the components and whatnot. We got the setup, which is 4 pages of setup. Then we actually get into and it looks like it is a lot of rules, but it also looks like it's a lot of examples and explanations. So, probably not too hard to get through. Probably most of it for if you're doing the automated. So that, so if you're doing co-op basically. And victory and defeat and whatnot. And this is always a nice thing for a rule book like that is laid out like that if they have a rules reference. So, pretty cool. Alright, we got our cardboard here. And of course, this is a bigger piece, but it does look like it's something that's going to be built, because it did look like there was some type of clock or dial. Which, looking at that a lot closer, makes me think like player order in some degree. All in all, not a lot of cardboard to have to punch out. Alright. And it looks like at least the cityscape, which might have to be randomized, I'm not sure, but looks like that's at least punched out already. It needs to have like a greenish back. And then these have like, reddish, yellowish back. Velvet District, the Commerce District, and the Industrial District. Alright, we have some cards which we'll take a closer look at. Some really oversized cards which we'll take a closer look at, some smaller cards. So it looks like everything else we're going to take a closer look at. I'll probably open it all up, get it put into this tray, and see what's in there. Okay, we'll start off looking at the little meeples that were inside, like pieces that were inside there. There was just one of these in a baggie, along with about 7 or 8 of these and about 15 or so of those. There were also 2 dice. And then we'll get into the cards. And I kind of have stuff in the tray, but once I open everything, I'll come back, try to put it all in there, see if all the expansions will basically go in the tray or into the same box or not. Okay, we'll start with the bigger cards. These look like they're like oversized, but I think these are the Great Machine or the baddies that you'll be fighting against or playing. And then these would be the regular characters. And I'm just showing the backs to give. That way if you want to stop and pause and read their story or whatnot. Oh, get that. And then I'm assuming some type of player aids. There's 2 that were green like this. There's the second one of that one. And then there were 3 that were kind of like this blackish. So I'm assuming, and they even say the Great Machine here. So I'm assuming this is how the Great Machine. And there might just be more on these because if you're running it, I don't know, these might just be more player aids because it does say the heroes. And now to look, they actually look like a bunch of them were the same. And then on the other large cards, there were these that said City Event with the 1 on them. And I will say one thing about these cards, I noticed it with the standard sized ones and the smaller ones, that the card stock is real thick, so really nice. They don't have a linen finish, but these are really thick card stock. Like when I get to the last one here, sorry, and then these showed like City Event, the countdown, so I'm assuming these are the getting to the end events. But yeah, you can see pretty thick cardstock. Next would be the standard cards, which I did notice these, and then there were 3 of those, and then there were 3 of these. Which would make sense because I believe it said 1 to 3. And I'm not going to put these out of order, but I noticed these said CBA, CBA. And you can see they're different artworks, but I think this has to do with certain acts or whatever they are trying to pull off. Rebellion leader, unauthorized falsification, guard control, tweaking the program, disclosure of plans, and the rise of resistance. Now I noticed City Event in the standard size cards, and I'm not going to flip through all these, just show some of them. And I noticed this said directive. And then we'll get to the smaller cards, which there were these, which just have pictures and symbols on them. So I'm assuming Maybe these are like the random automa or something you can do. And then I noticed there were 6 separate decks that said this access card. I did go through at least 2 of them and they were all the same. So I think this is just the deck that each character gets and what you use to do stuff. Because like I said, there was a deck, and like I said, I kind of went through those 2 and they were the same. And then you can see there's one for each of the characters. Oh, if I can pick up that last one. And then there was a little thing of miniatures here. I'm not going to take them out, but we'll try to get to where you could see them. Just I figure me fumbling around and taking them out will probably take longer. But looks like there's the 3 and 3, which are the heroes, and then because we saw 6 heroes, and then the 3 that we thought were the Great Machine, or at least I thought were the Great Machine. All right, and like I said, I got everything in tray already, but let's go ahead and take a look at the expansions so we can see if all the expansions will go inside the big box. So you can just combine them, not have to have multiple boxes. You can see everything on here that's going to be in this. It lets us know servant cards, improvement tokens. Looks like a new character or new, not new character, new Great Machine. And then 3 new characters it looks like, because we see 3 new figurines there. And some extra stuff. This is the escalation. Basically says that the resistance is building up, that the whole thing is building up to a new level, so it's escalating, so it makes sense. Alright. We got the escalation rulebook, components, and basically this has the rules for each, for adding the expansion. And then there's another book which is the solo and co-op rules for the new stuff, along with some more cardboard tokens. Alright, we got a little plastic thingy here, and it's obviously for the Zeppelin here, which was part of this expansion. And we can see the 3 new hero figurines and the Great Machine figurine. And I will take one of these out so we can see kind of pretty decent miniatures. Like I said, I just didn't want to fumble around trying to pull each of them out to show them. Alright, then we got some more cards. And another dice. Okay, I'm going to keep these in order, but it looks like we just got the new for the Great Machine, along with the 3 new heroes. Now I figured for some reason it sent probably just different things that they do. I don't know if it's like replace or not, or if it's just to give some variance, because I noticed there was 3 of these. And then for some reason, some more. But also notice it's got the, I mean, well, I think that's just a great machine thing. But and then just look like some player aids for the tokens. Yeah, because this one's the same as that one. And then we have the standard cards. Along with these that said theory. So maybe how that automaton or robot is programmed. Then we had some that said invention. And then there's a scenario reference card here. Along with, looks like, because of the pictures, 3 new scenarios or schemes that are to be pulled off. We got the influence the officers, proof of punitive measures, and the world should know. Oh, I was probably off camera on all that, so I'll show it all again. And then secrets of the lab. Oh, this one had 2. Or I'm. Oh nope! I just said pick them all up. Hey, guard designs, secrets of the lab, and Eterna immunity. And then there were another set of access cards, which we had them for each character. But these show all 3. So I got a feeling you can only play one of the new characters. You can't play each of them. Like you couldn't have 2 of them. But that's everything in the escalation expansion. And I'm going to move to next the escalation. This was the Kickstarter exclusive pack for the escalation. Basically it just says, looks like just more cards. Maybe some more of, just looks like more cards and stuff. So, it mentions 2 tokens on the back. We got access card here. If I can get it open. Huh. I don't know why this one's separate. And maybe it's only for those guys. I don't know. I mean, it did say to the escalation, so I wonder if the other Kickstarter exclusive pack, I bet it's going to have access cards for these other guys, for the originals. We got another theory card. And then we have another invention. And then this looks like some more of the big cards. And I'm just really showing these, that way you can see if it's something you want. If you get the game and you do want this stuff, you can know what you're looking for. Like I said, this was the Escalation Kickstarter exclusives for the Escalation expansion. We'll go ahead and go into the stand-in heroes. This said it was unlimited printing. Not sure what this is all about. Maybe these are heroes that just basically can be replaced. Says, yeah, 6 new heroes with new abilities. I mean, anything that changes replay and whatnot. If I can get this open. The only thing is they didn't put in the Kickstarter exclusive stuff, but for that extra card, but I guess you can always just use someone else's deck if all the cards are the same. Alright, so it rolled out like that. You can see there's the miniatures for the new heroes. Along with the book, probably on how to add those heroes in. Or have them replace or whatever. It's got, looks like, a little bit on each one. And then we get the big cards. Which should just be the heroes. So we should see 6 of these. Well, it's definitely more than 6. Maybe... Or maybe I just can't count. Because the card stock is pretty thick. No, it's just 6. I just can't count. Makes sense. I'm an Aggie. Alright. And then this should just be... Yep. We just have the access cards here. For each character. Well, there's only 3. So maybe it's just like that other one where you can only use 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, see, I didn't see that extra one. But they looked similar. That's all that was in that. Let's hurry up and get this one done. Then I'll throw everything into the big box and see if it'll all fit in there. But just because of what we saw in the escalation, we're probably going to see the same stuff here. It looks like, actually, it looks like we'll have another tile. Along with some more city events. Those extra access cards, which are kind of figured. But... And a great enhancement envelope, it said. Just an advertisement. The book, you can see it's the same. It's just going to say how to mix all this stuff in and how to use it. Yeah, there is an envelope in here. I'm not sure if I want to open that. It says there, essential only... Open if you have the code. So I'm assuming it's like a legacy thing. Yep, sorry. I know for an unboxing it sucks to not show you what's in there. It does just feel like cards, but that I'm going to keep for myself special. And see what it means by having the code. These are just those access cards, which we knew had to be in there. Oh, okay, so they even put the ones for the stand-ins. I was like, unless they have them in here, and they did. So they already had that planned. So it has the extra cards, so that if you mixed in the escalation... Oh, no, it doesn't, because this is Oracle Zeppelin, so... This is for the stuff in here to add even for that. Maybe they did have the other ones over there and I just didn't notice them. Alright. We have a new scheme here for the great machine to try to pull off. Written off weaponry, the missing captain, and Oracle crew support. Got 4 of these city events that say On the Verge. Then we have 1 city event 1, Tactical Retreat. And a city event 2, Cat and Mouse Game. And I did notice these have like a little Kickstarter symbol on them to let you know what was the Kickstarter exclusive ones. Well, I guess it was just on these. And then we have the tile for the Oracle Zeppelin. All right, let me see if I can get this all inside there and show you what it looks like inside the tray. All right, I know I'm still way zoomed in there, but nope, I was not able to combine everything in here. I could just have things spread out the way they shouldn't be. It does look like there will be enough room to sleeve your cards. They at least thought of that. Like, there's a lot of room here because I also put the little rule books in to separate each expansion thing. And then there's a ton of room down here for the standard, so it does look like a little worry about if you get one with the lip. Well, no, even with the lip, there should be enough room in here to sleeve because it should fit still like that, plus with the extra space you're going to need there. So I think you're still going to be able to sleeve. But I still was not, so I was able to get everything with the stand-ins there. As you saw, of course, I just threw the figures inside of one of the little spots there. I was able to get all the stuff for the stand-ins and the Kickstarter exclusive in here. But with the escalation, I just didn't see. And it really wasn't so much because of the standees or the figurines, because I could just go there too. It was a Zeppelin. I could have put that Zeppelin in there. It worried me that would break off or damage that little dial. Of course, that dial's sitting the right way. So I think I could have got it all in there if I really forced it. And if I really Tetris it, maybe I can figure out a way. But for now, it does not look like you're able to. You're going to have to carry them separate. And then I did notice when I looked at the access cards that it showed her picture specifically on that one that I thought was giving one to everyone. So I think it's just, you can trade out hers, I bet, if you look in the rules. Because, yeah, I just noticed her picture on the bottom. But, all right. Well, with that, looks like a game I definitely kind of want to try out. Just for the co-op experience. I'm not really big on the 1v-all. I might try it. I just rather do the co-op. But we'll see which one's better. Either way, thank you for watching and have a great day.